Hello everyone, this is Samir the Knight, and welcome back to another live stream. We are playing Final Fantasy 14 once again. Hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday. I'm on vacation this week, so I have lots of free time and things to do, and I've been doing a lot of grinding and things over the weekend. We'll get y'all caught up here in just a moment of what I've done. We'll talk about it. All right. So, I've just been doing a lot of daily stuff and grinding for different things. So, one of the biggest things is just trying to get my paladin up to level 70. Made a lot of progress towards that. I'm almost there. Just running back-to-back dungeons today, really, and getting further and further in that. And on the side, I've also been working on the relic weapon for Paladin, for Realm Reborn. I think I mentioned it last time as well, but I've just been going further with it. I'm at a stage now where, I did not realize how much work this would be to put this into it, but there's like these books you have to get, and there are like 9 of them. And each book you have to kill all these enemies. You have to go to all 3 of these dungeons. You have 3 different fates to do, and you have 3 leaves you have to do. And you have to do the same thing for 9 different books. I only completed 1 earlier today, and it's just like, oh my god, this is a lot of work. It just takes a hell of a lot of time. So slowly working on that because I want to get this fully done so I can eventually get like the replica version. I want the replica version so I can put it in my glamour box. That's all I want to do. But holy shit, it's a slog. So I've been working on that. In addition, I've been working on the Eureka island and grinding out levels on that. I'm not gonna show that now, and I don't know if I'm really gonna even show that in general, because it's similar to the Relic of Reborn stuff. You know, it's the main goal there is to get your quote-unquote relic weapon for Stormblood. There is a associated story with it, though. That's the thing I'm more focused on, or what I more care about. And it's just gonna take a long time and grinding. I was thinking about like doing like a stream on the weekend and just grinding experience and things like that, but that's just boring. And I did it for like a couple hours and got a few levels, but it's like that's not something people are gonna want to see. So anyway, so that's kind of been what I'm working on. I haven't needed to do any more of the Moogle tokens because I got all the stuff that I wanted. So let's show those off. All right, so there's like the Dommel, whatever, no big deal. What else was there? There's a Gobu. I don't remember which ones were the one. I know Dommel was one of them, but the Yol, the Direwolf might have been one, and the Bomb Palanquin might have been one. But anyway, those are all the mounts. So nothing really all that. Oh wait, no. It was the what am I talking about? It was like these the Kumai. Right. Okay, and the rest of the things were like emotes and some new hairstyles, which I haven't looked at the new ones, but let's see here. Just show which ones are the new ones. Da, da, da. I love this mount just because of the music, but special. Shiver was definitely one of them, and Sweat was the other one. I think it's just, this one. It's like, whew, it's hot. I'm like fanning myself, so that's one. And then Shiver was like, yeah, I'm just cold. So those are the only ones. And there's hairstyles, but I haven't even looked at those myself yet, and I'm not going back to the end just to look at those. So those are just, you know, more customizations for your character. That's all it is. So so yeah, those are the things that are caught up. One thing of note though, as you may see, oh, actually you can't see that. Here, let's just switch over to this real quick. That is, oh, now you want to be the right screen. Okay. Yeah, so you can see here from May 24th, 8 p.m. Pacific, which is 11 o'clock for me. So, you know, it's 6 o'clock right now for me here. They'll be bringing it down to do the next patch, which is the 5.55, which is like the part 2 of Death Unto Dawn. So it's the last story quest or story patch that they're adding for Shadowbringers, which will be what leads into Endwalker, more than likely. And there was a post somewhere about like all the other patches coming up for the next couple months, which is just going to be like a whole bunch of other stuff. But this is supposed to be the last story patch, I think. So yeah, a lot of people are excited. There's patch notes on that stuff before as well. We could potentially cover that in the next video, but we'll see. Otherwise, yeah. So let's go back to that. Okay, so on today's agenda, we are going to be moving on with the main story, and we're going to be tackling the main story quests for 4.4, which is titled Prelude in Violet. So when we last left off, we dealt with the treachery of Asahai, who kind of tricked us into getting us in a place where he can get Yotsuyo to summon an icon, Tsukuyomi, and she unfortunately ended up passing because she kind of did have a little bit of a change of heart, but you know, I mostly feel bad for Gosetsu. Because, you know, he was kind of getting like a fatherly kind of vibe for her, I guess. And so I just kind of feel bad. He's had a shitty run, but, you know, he's gonna be a monk now and just kind of, he can't fight anymore, so he's gonna do his own thing. In the meanwhile, Alphinaud went off with the remainder of the Garlemodes, who seem to be cool, and they actually do want to be, you know, the peace keepers in the way. Like they actually want to change Garlemald from the inside, and so he went with them to go see if potentially Xenos, who we determined was alive now, or at least, you know, the Warrior of Light and our circle has determined that yes, he's alive, in fact. Is it an Ascian who's doing it, or is it something else that's going on? So we have yet to find out. And so Alphinaud went with them to the Garlemald. It was under attack in the Burns, where we last left off. And the Burns are here, which is an area which is very fascinating to me, actually. It's an area that is like deprived of aether, so it's just kind of like a desert because nothing survives. And so we have to play as Alphinaud for a little bit over here, and what's the word? Fight for his survival, I guess. And we met the infamous Shadow Hunter. We don't know who he is, but he's quite ominous considering he has multiple Ascian masks on his coat. So definitely not someone to be effed with, for sure. I'm looking forward to learning out more. We're definitely getting into Shadowbringers here. They're laying the foundation for what Shadowbringers is going to be all about, I'm seeing. And I'm excited. So without further ado, let's talk the Allies. It's been a little while, let's say, right? We're kind of waiting to hear back from Alphinaud. If he has any updates from us. And in the meanwhile, actually, while we're at it, we know that Thancred has decided to come in from the other direction and go from Gaia Urbania and travel northeast into the continent here and see if we can kind of find out some news that way. While Alphinaud was coming in from Othard and going northwest. You know, the continents are like left and right. Yours is on the left, Othard's on the right, and they both, you can head upwards to the center to get to that continent from either way. So anyway, sisterly acts. Alize is impatiently fussing with her link pearl. She's waiting to hear back from Alphinaud, most likely. Aw, poor girl. Ah, Samir. If you come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Nothing yet, huh? Okay. Everything exactly as it was. Xaela is still investigating primals in the Far East. Alright, that's right. She's also gone to kind of investigate how the phenomenon we've seen more recently, which is that relics are used to summon icons, as opposed to just like prayers that we've seen in Eorzea mostly, right? So she's trying to learn more about that, while also teaching the Domans more about what we know about from our end of things, right? So, Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. Okay. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Alliance held. Beg your pardons. I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Uh-oh. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. This is unusual. We never have someone from the Alliance here. And we're kind of like, what's the... neutral faction, let's put it that way, right? Compared to the three Alliance, you know, whatever. But welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Really? Ascian? Why are they bringing that up all of a sudden? They weren't necessarily involved with us about that. Having assessed intelligence provided by Alamigan Resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian's involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. Okay, never mind. That's... As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders, council, would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say that this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course. Of course I will. I have a little frown. They're like, of course. This is not to be messed with. Oh, and you might have noticed I actually changed the highlights in my hair. It was white before, and I changed it to like yellow. I'm messing around with highlights. I want to keep the purple hair because that's what I've had from day one, and so that's like his natural hair. I want to make it, but I want to have highlights just to kind of add a little bit of flair to my character, you know. Thank you. The time and day of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. Okay, sounds good. Well, keep an ear out. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're the only Scions available here. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but But standing mutely at a meeting will still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Oh, hey, okay. All right, just be careful on the road back. You hear? All right, so Riel is one of the few people who actually stayed with us ever since the Crystal Braves kind of thing, but... Alright, something happened to Thancred. Did you hear, Riel? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired more important intelligence. Being in Galilean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening. So he said he'd be back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in Alamican Quarter. Understood. Samir and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Okay, interesting music choice there. Why was that was interesting. Hori Border was actually looking our way. Like, did he have anything to just say? No. All right, things are still the same here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing up all the Doman stuff on Wednesday. Or, you know, I might actually do that tomorrow. I don't know, I keep going back and forth on that. But, like, I kind of want to do things a little bit earlier if I can. Alright, Alamigan Quarter. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't want to burn myself out either. Like, quite literally, I just like have this stream, the side quest one I want to do next, and then finally, the last stream on Friday will be finishing up Stormblood for real. So I don't know. I definitely want to do a longer stream on Wednesday though, because I have a lot of stuff I want to get done. So we'll have to see about that. Well, good to see Thancred's okay. There's no doubt doubting your talents for espionage, but the journey is long and the border is heavily guarded. You did well to make it back in one piece. You two are a sight for sore eyes. No, I'll need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Tracing through the Imperial territory is thirsty work. Yeah, dude, tell us what you learned.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Yeah.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well.
Right.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
Okay, I was just about to say the Dalmascans, which is what we kind of were focusing on when it came to the 24-man raids, right? We heard a little bit about that. So I'm kind of wondering where those take place story-wise, compared to Thancred telling us about it. Did I already know about this?
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation.
Okay.
We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
Okay, that's so cool that they're actually letting other people know about that, though.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
Yeah. Really good. Cool. Very cool.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire.
Okay, okay.
That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself,
Okay. Yeah,
our
nothing.
friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Domar has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
Okay. All right, so we are considering them friends. I wasn't myself personally 100% there. But the point, like, because again, this is Asahai who was coming as the spokesperson for that, right? But obviously he was playing like a double agent, working for Xenos. And Maximus didn't necessarily say himself like, yes, he said, like, yes, I'm second in command, so I guess I'm taking over. But he didn't really say whether or not his allegiances were with Popularis or not. So that's why it was a little bit vague for me, and I wasn't really 100% sure. But I guess, we're kind of considering them allies at this point. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to tell at this point.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Yeah.
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
Okay.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
Wait. It took me a second. I was like, wait, what is he trying to say? But it was not... During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yes, at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital. Oh. He's talking about Alphinaud and, yeah, because he told him specifically, you are going as a Doman emissary. That will give you some protection, at least.
But Alphinaud should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination.
Yeah.
As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphinaud's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphinaud?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
Okay.
The wasteland on the edge of Othard. Something must have happened to them there.
Interesting. Okay.
There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphinaud's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
He's not saying no. we'll take care of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Okay. I'll leave the two of you to your task and see to my own. What is your task? What are you planning to do otherwise? Loath though I am to neglect my preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphinaud's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Ian a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how to best reach the burn. A sound plan. And Y'shtola's in Domo, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you ask her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Okay, he'll take care of talking to them then. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much more to share with Y'shtola. As much as I'd like to visit Doma, it will have to wait. I'll speed you on your way. Oh, and give my regards to Y'shtola, of course. Alright, I will see y'all later. Whoosh. Hey, Y'shtola. She's over here already. Cool. How are you liking the Doman Enclave, though, Y'shtola? That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well. Two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my console. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the deasperated crystals that manifested in Eorza in the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed. But on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than liking to, I think. The sight of a Mikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who have come before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Oh, really? Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. Okay, I mean, we haven't... So the fact that these objects of worship is the key, they are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Ah, okay. Again, the whole prayer thing is like the belief and like the wanting for the thing for whatever it is. The object has that in it of itself, so it makes sense. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Koshin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Itsuyo being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahai with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukiyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movements of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. Yeah. But I thought you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Has something happened to Alphinaud? Yeah, that's kind of why we're here, actually. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Xaela. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I should go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Elsie puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kayankan. Of course. I'm always happy to see you, Gary. I should not have allowed Master Alpha to leave without an escort, but it avails us not to dwell in the past. We must focus on what can be done. There you are. I have appraised Hien of the situation. My report can wait. Finding Alphinaud must take priority. Greetings, my friend. Alize has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Yeah, so how bad is it to actually go over there? That's the question. Feel the burn. Hien is mulling over the details of Alphinaud's link protocol. The region known as the burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant and land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphinaud might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to the Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they have encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alize. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distance involved, tis best we went by bird. Smear and I have our yoles. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce, there's an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen your preparations. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Well, he's actually gonna come with us, okay. Instead I mean, yeah, I can imagine him wanting to be a little bit more personally involved in this. Even though he's now a leader of, With the departure of the general, the defense of Doma rests in my hands. And yet, they do not tremble. The return of our conscripts has swelled our ranks to the most formidable number. Glad that I am that I need not turn my brother for reinforcements. So Hakuro is like the general of the Doman armies, I guess. Like, he's like one below Hien, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, House of the Fierce. I think it's only appropriate that... Oh, doesn't matter too much, I guess. Okay. Having named him an emissary of Doma, Lord Hien considered himself personally responsible for the Master Alphinaud's safety. Not, I can say, would sway him from joining the search. Okay, that's the reason itself, specifically. With such a steed to bear me to and fro, I can perform my fieldwork in a fraction of the time. Mayhaps I should try my hand at this Baldum's medal. Yeah, she'd be more than capable of doing the work, I guess. Where's Alize? Oh, there she is. Okay, I didn't even see her. I walked right past her. We're coming for you, Alphinaud. All right, folks, we ready? Considering where we are, yeah, the quickest way to this mountain range would actually, and it's probably not this one specifically. I'm just saying it would be in this direction that will lead to the burns itself. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 miles in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. Alright, and here is a dungeon we get almost immediately. I knew this was coming. I saw the... let's see, I'm gonna play as White Mage. Actually, no, because... what level am I with Scholar? And we're like almost leveled up. We'll do Scholar. Okay. Wait, did I? Unable to play glamour plates here. Yeah, I'm changing my glamour. What? I'm so confused about that. Okay, sure. Okay, well, no need to wait on that. Let's immediately queue us up we're at, and let's go. Looking forward to it. This should be fun. Alright, so now we travel to the Burns. Or the Burn. The fact that it's like pure white is so...
Make ready, friends! We are come to the Burn!
It's so eerie, just even looking at that, you know? Oh god, a sandstorm? Really?
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
Oh my god, am I get separated from them? Othard. The bird. Well, I was right last episode. I said like we would come here at some point, but alright, so we're in a storm. We need to find our party members, I guess. Or just wait out the storm? I don't know. Ooh. I like the music. It would help if I had my ferry out. Holy shit! Oh, I've seen this! Okay. I've seen like the whole boulder crashing thing before. I don't know where I saw this before, but I've seen it. Huh. Okay. Okay, I wanted to shield you before you... I'm a little out of practice with the scholar apparently, but no, I got it. We're good. All right, the ambient noise is actually kind of loud here. I turned on everything else but like the ambient noises, so I'm just gonna turn that down to like 70. All right. Oh God, let me actually catch up. Okay. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Guess I need to get behind one of these. Okay. Oh, no, we need to get under him. Okay. What the fuck is he doing? Okay. Good call on my part. Definitely hide behind that. Sweet. Alright. We'll just greed those and call it a day. Let's move on. Whoa, where are we now? What the hell? Where do... Wait, these are Allegan stuff. Did we secretly find an Allegan, we secretly found like an Allegan thing down here in the burns. That's amazing. And we're leaving the Allegan thing now. Actually, kind of like this song. Alright, another God, the Alligans were everywhere, man. Defective drone. Okay, what's the gimmick in this fight? Clearly we don't want to touch the sides, but... Reinforcements required. Deploying auxiliary something or other. Oh, okay. We should probably focus on... Okay. I kind of like, okay, like what's the difference? Okay, I see it. We just do this as a precaution. Stand in the middle. And done. Greed. Alright, let's catch up. God, the fact that there's all this Alligan stuff down here is... The Alligans were everywhere, man. And it seems like the storm has passed. Holy shit. What is that supposed to be? Like, I kind of want to look around. That looks like it was a beast of some sort. Okay, see the worms? They look exactly like the worms. Alright. Oh god. Back away. I don't need to actually heal because everyone's at full thing, so yeah, this is like a remains of one giant fucking sandworm. And the fact that these things are living out here is kind of weird, actually. Considering this place is supposed to be like devoid of aether? How's anything surviving out here? You know? Alright, let's pop this down over here. Okay, I can turn that off. And Ooh, something hidden within the mists or something like... Is that a behemoth or something? Oh, walk of luck. A dragon, okay. That's even more interesting, actually. For a dragon to be down here? Mist dragon, interesting. Okay. Okay, I had the right idea. I was like, wait, is this thing gonna go out in like different angles? Like, yep. Oh, he's facing my direction. Let's not face that way. Storm over. Da, da, da. The dragon dissolves the mist. Strike while the mist while it's futile. Who's talking? Destroy the... Oh, I see. No. Help! Help! Guys, we're gonna die! Oh my god. We're like, wait, am I the only one in the ice? Heal quickly. Alright, well, I wasn't paying attention to HP as much as I should. You guys can focus on yourself because I can't. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, no. Whew, okay. Holy shit. Get away from me, guys. Oh god, almost died. Wow, that was actually kind of a tough fight for me. Whew. Just kind of exploded into mist. Yeah, what I should have done is like, okay, tank needs heals, use this on the tank, just let it focus on them so I can focus on everyone else with normal heals. And I'm not using my other abilities. Like this would have given me more oomph to my spells. Like that should have been a thing I should have used. Execution is a good one to use. I don't know. I keep forgetting my abilities because I keep... That's the problem when you play different things. It's just you forget some of the other abilities. Anyway, that was fun, and the lore implications are really cool considering that like there's Algan stuff under here. There's look at that.
Ah, there you are. Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I had begun to despair of finding you again.
I'm good. If anything, I could have teleported out of here, so...
Do you recognize the crashed ship over yonder? Mistress Alize and I briefly inspected it. It is the vessel that bore Master Alphinaud away.
But there was no sign of him, nor of Maxima and his people.
Okay. Given that Y'shtola has a very keen sense of aether that she can see, I would imagine in a place devoid of aether, she could be able to see things very clearly here. Like, or where they would have.
Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
Yeah. It's been a while for sure, because they're all covered in sand now. Oof, some dead folks. So they should be able to piece together that some Garleans attacked them, I hope.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
I'm surprised they know that. Okay.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Birds? Why are there birds in the sky? I just noticed that.
We must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
Yes. She's hurting inside.
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Okay. Well, if they have the coordinates to the area, then yeah.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
If you die, I'll kill you. Something like that. Okay. Forgive me, I need a moment. Take all the time you need, Alize. It's fine. On present evidence, we have no reason to fear the worst. More than that, I cannot say. We are no closer to establishing Master Alphinaud's whereabouts, and the suggestion of an Imperial plot only compounds matters. We have much to consider. Yeah. Well, that was the silently uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I say our birds are due a good brush down and a treat or two, wouldn't you say? I agree. Kian has a request for the Scions. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after a little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of Scions. At least, none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it would be useful. Thank you. Let's return to my manor then. Da-da-da. Okay. I am wondering who has decided to pay Ian a visit. Lord Ian isn't expecting you. May I show you in? No. Oh, okay, fine. I guess you can just stay outside. I'm joking, kid. I'm joking. Alright, so who's his foreign emissary? Yeah, Eliza's just not... She's not happy right now. Lise!
Lise! What brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Ian. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphinaud. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
Kinda, sorta, not really. This is what happened.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphinaud embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Knew exactly...
Someone has to do it.
He said the exact words she needed to hear. Like, you get to berate your brother later. It's fine. Don't worry.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphinaud's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family. The Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows.
Yeah.
Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
We let them know about
Whichever
that, right?
Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace.
It's been a while since we had to deal with the Ascians. Like, the whole of Stormblood, we haven't had to deal with them at all. We dealt with them quite a bit in between. You know, the Ascians had a hand in the start of Stormblood, let's put it that way, right? Because the Ascian Elidibus got the Nidhogg's eyes from the ravine and gave it to the Griffin. So that was the last time we really had any sort of direct interaction with them, I suppose.
Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters.
Yeah.
But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance.
Okay. Cool.
To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
The Ascian Alliance +1, in a way.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Yeah. See, one of the things that's like is a concern for me in terms of story is the alliances that we have in the east here, right? So it's Doma, the Good Confederacy, and the Xaela tribes, right? The Xaela tribes concern me because they're only helping us because we run the won their like tournament thing that's once a year, right? Once that passes, they have no reason to support us anymore. And we already kind of saw also that like the Confederacy was like, hey, we only wanted to help you because it helps us in the long run to get Garleans out, right? What's gonna help them stick together on this side of things? The Confederacy were kind of sort of on a good basis because we just had the mission where we had them help us again. And I think, you know, as long as we make that the front and center, like, hey, you help us, we help you, I think the Confederacy will always be on a good terms that we can help each other, right? But the Xaela tribes are not so much in that case, I think. And that's the one thing that concerns me. Like, we have like maybe one tribe that would help us, the Mole tribe, but like, what about the rest, you know? And I want to know if there's like any, like, just from a lore story perspective, I would like to see that have some face time, like in terms of Ian trying to cement that relationship a little bit more for the future, you know? And in that way, so then you have the Eureka Alliance, and then you have the Doma, the Othard Alliance, let's put it that way, right? And they're working together. And then now we have two huge alliances working together to fight against Garlemald if we need to, or just defend ourselves. Not necessarily pick a fight, you know, but still. That's my thought process, at least. Yugiri assures me to me the task of searching is best left to our comrades. I shall trust to their experience and focus on what I can do. That the Alliance would extend an invitation to Doma bespeaks the depth of their concern, nor are they misguided. If Garlemald has fallen under Ascian control, the threat we face is incalculable. Yeah. Woo! That would be ridiculously bad. Don't worry, Alphinaud's been through countless trials and come out stronger every time. He'll be back, I'm sure of it. While we are happy to cooperate with the Ascian Alliance, there are many things that Doma must do alone. I understand. I guess, but at the same time, it's like, let's just switch back to Black Mage here. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have your request. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where their actions are concerned, not may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise, even if it was on unofficial business. I'd hoped there might be some time to show you the land you have helped save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if night needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have a chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Samir, I was wondering if you might have a word before I go, in private. Oh? Sure. Go on, my friend. I'll send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. Bye. We won't begin without you. All right. So the Ascians Alliance invited Doman to attend a council. I had wondered if that might be the purpose of Mistress Lisa's visit. Okay. Da 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 da. What could she want to talk about in private? Thank you for coming. Knowing you, you probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alize, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. The Alize I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. Aww. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papa Limo, and now I've made friends in the Resistance, and Alize has you in the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help but worrying. So please make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Yeah, don't worry, I got it. Thank you, Samir. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, best of luck. See you in Alamigo. Yeah, see you in a couple days. Okay, let's head back. Yeah, we need to do something for her. Get her feeling a little better about current circumstances. It sucks a lot. What can we do for the time being? I don't know. All right. Well, I had suspicions from the start, but a part of me was credulous enough to believe that the Empire's promises. Never again. The Imperial Court is a nest of vipers, and any peace they offer is laced with poison. Your return is most timely. We are just apprised of those newly arrived of where matters stand. Is everything alright with Lise? I won't ask for details. I know you'd tell me if it were important. Oh, it's fine. I dare say I can guess the subject of your discussion with Lise. She too was never one for concealment. Fortunately for you, the individual in question seems none the wiser. Thank you, Xaela. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin. Yeah, so what's this pressing matter that you had to deal with here?
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
I was just talking about it! Are we actually gonna do this? The Othard Alliance. Are we actually gonna do it?
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca.
Nangsha, okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So he's saying that we have an understanding with them. I'm still kind of concerned about the Xaela tribes, but cool. Okay. Hingashi, those are the people who own Kugane in the island off off the coast. And Suinosato are the Aura who live under the sea. That would be really, really cool if we can get everyone together. That'd be so sweet. Okay. And Dalmasca would be really interesting if we can get them coordinated as well. Because they already, as we know from Dalmasca, they are having trouble as it is. And we can potentially connect Fran with him.
I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
So I wonder about 1.0. Were the different city-states not allied back in 1.0? And was that like part of what the story was when you were going from level 1 to 50? Or at least, you know, the beginning parts of it is like, oh, we're gonna ally ourselves with them and build the alliance so we can fight the Garleans, because that's kind of what ends up happening towards the end of 1.0 story. So I don't know. Interesting stuff.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Holy shit, as they breathe. You're talking like me sometimes there when I go...
Not if we deny them access to the skies.
Ah, I see what you're trying to say.
During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
Oh, never mind. She's going in a different direction
As
than I
such
thought.
ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact.
Really? Okay. That's an interesting throwback. It's been a while since we've been to Azizlar.
For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
That's fascinating, actually. Okay.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
I'm a little bit like... Yugiri's like looking at her like, I don't understand what the fuck this has to do with it.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship.
Okay.
It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
I did?
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region.
Really? Why would they do that to themselves? Okay, it took me a second.
If
I was
an
like,
Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
right, as opposed to flying to Dalmasca, which is like south into Dalmasca and then going around the coast back up to Doma, as opposed to going southeast just through the burn. Okay.
I see.
I'm not
A
quite.
word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy.
That's not a good thing.
And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
Okay. I don't know why you should.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
Oh?
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Xaela tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whether this road leads?
Okay, thank you. You actually brought up the one thing I was still concerned about still, so cool. Okay. So we're going there for 2 purposes. We're going to go and find out whether or not they would want to form an official alliance, not one bound by us being the leader. I'm technically the leader of the Xaela tribes at this point. Interesting, but we're also gonna go find out what this power source is that Kian has in mind. Okay. In the field of aetherology, the Azim Steppe remains unbroken ground. Having missed your last expedition through the injury, I mean to seize this opportunity with both hands. Always wanted to see it. The reigning Ruby Princess is more receptive to the outside world than her predecessor. It is true, but what we offer her is an invitation to war. Though I will plead our case, I fear we can expect little of Suino Sato. Okay. Well, let her know that you're a friend of me, I guess. We have fought long and sacrificed much to reclaim our freedom. I'll die before I allow the Empire to take it from us again. I wish this guy had a nameplate so we know what his name is. He had mentioned his name earlier, but I don't remember it. We see him all the time. Okay. Well, let us away to the Azim Steppe. It would be good to see our friends there again. It'll settle then. I will journey to Azim Steppe with the Scions. Yugiri and Hakuro, I'll leave our other neighbors to you. Okay, and they're gonna go talk to Suino Sato and Hingen and everyone else there. So, my apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are likely to be of any great use on the mission, but more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins and the burns warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I'll engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. That's actually a really good point. We'll need them in good working order if our plans to succeed. I trust there are no objections? You mentioned you wanted to... Come on, Jose, could you not get Tatar to do it? Huh. I'm sure she'd love to burn. Joking aside, I was planning to enlist her help with organizing everything, but we'll still need a sign on the ground. Don't worry, I'll sure you'll manage without me. Good luck. Alright, well, we'll see, Alize. Ring us if you need anything immediately, okay? Just 3 of us then. Very well. Should we make first for a reunion? Yeah, it's been a while since we've been over there. Let us go. Whoosh. It's a fine feeling to be back. If we're not for our mission, I would like nothing more than to lie on the grass and watch the clouds float by. Yeah, this place is definitely one of the most beautiful places in the game thus far, so totally understand that. So this is the theme step. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until you reach the higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. Or we're gonna go up there. Give her a quick once-over of what's around here.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
Unfortunately, we have too many to worry about.
Not his purpose, I trust.
Yeah, he still was like, come on,
Might
guy.
this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past,
I think I have an idea.
Seemed doomed. A wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
Interesting. Okay. They're like 1 for 1. The tainted land clothed from earth would be Azizlar, the land that was taken up and lifted into the sky, and the offering of blood to the heavens. The Dalamud was a red moon. Okay, in a way.
That was my thinking, yes.
Okay.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens. I suppose that might suffice.
Okay, okay.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
Okay, but it's in like the mountains north? Okay. So just again, I like to look at the map whenever we come to places like this, just because I would like to get a better idea of, you know, we're here in the Azim Steppe. We're talking about these mountains up here. Oh, we're actually kind of, I don't know if we're gonna go that far in, but like just thinking about it, right? We might be heading that way to see where this thing is. And I was thinking, came to woven, though I wonder how Nam came to be woven into it. An elegant hand, perhaps, possibly. So where I'm thinking we might be going is here. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, right there. Because there's like this crystal thing inside the place. And I'm wondering if we'll be able to use something over there. I don't know. From here, we should travel to Mol Ila. There we will see Ascinia about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Okay. All right, let's go see Serenia. It's been a while. All right, I hope this works, that we get an alliance. And even if we don't get everybody, just the fact that everyone else is doing it, like, even if we get like 1 or 2 people, I think it'll spur the others to joining in eventually. Like, we're all working towards a common goal of fighting back the Garleans, and sure enough, and hey, I noticed this here, the Othard Alliance managed to do it successfully, and we managed to get back Doma, specifically through the help of all these people, so there's no reason not to do it, you know? Just get that real quick. Okay. Too many people here, guys. So this is Serenia. Elise told me something of the woman, but I did not think that we would ever have the occasion to meet. Tell me, do you notice anything different about the mole? How they carry themselves? That, my friend, is pride. I do believe their victory in the Nadam meant more to them than they realize. They have pride in them now, which is really, really cool. Strange. Amidst the radiance of your being, I sense a shadow. I pray it is but my imagination. Odd. Okay. I wonder if that's ties into Shadowbringers, because I kind of have an inkling about the whole Shadowbringers thing a little bit, just based off like the story intro cutscene and thing for Shadowbringers. But you know, if I remember, I'll bring it up again. But we'll see. Like maybe the Warrior of Light is getting a little bit like enough of being the one who has to. Ian, Samir, I'm glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I would discuss with the mole, and it concerns not only the people of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. Okay. So explaining all the stuff, how we want to make the alliance, and we want to look for this thing, apparently. A shard of shining moon left behind of the wandering soul, and you need this to protect our lands. I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag. If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north, there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Yep, that's exactly where. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nam's power. There I believe you will find what you seek. Ah yes, I know this place. It's a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or not. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This is, I believe, with all my heart. However, the other tribes, among the tribes of the steppe, there are only those who revere Nam above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Right, so they might not like that we would. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide you the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of the Nam, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, you may then consider how you best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steep today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight on their own accord. Agreed, 100%. Alright. Good call. Alright, let's start working on that then, I guess is the point. Okay. Let me... Hino, I need you to go away because you're kind of... You can go away for the time being, my friend. Okay. In a place such as the Steppe, where myriad tribes exist side by side, it is important to respect each other's ways, and it would be wise indeed to respect the belief of those who would gladly render up body and soul to the Dusk Mother. Sunni is quite right, and before we seek permission to use the pillars, we should determine if they are suitable for our purposes. Ready to put her skills to use. It seems the time is come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Yeah, we'll determine if it's good, if we can use it. If it is, and it's like, oh, cool. Because we don't want to waste their time either, right? It's like, oh, we went there, we confirmed, yes, this is what we're looking for. Hey, guys, can we use this? As opposed to, hey, guys, can we use this? Going over there and seeing, oh, wait, it's useless. So, okay. I was wondering if we would come here for story reasons, and yeah, sure enough. Yeah, so there's all this here. And you can get down there if you want, you can fly. You can't like walk down there, but... And we know some of the tribes... Actually, I don't know if you guys saw that. I did a lot of the side quests that we got as through the story here, off of my own. And there was one that had a person like sacrifice themselves and jump. Like one of them, it's that tribe that's like in the bottom by the desert. Like this tribe over here, the Dothrel, believe that they are reincarnated, right? And whatever children that they have, if they feel like they don't have any like path left in life or something like that, like for lack of a better way to put it, they'll commit suicide and like jump down in here and kill themselves, basically, to like return to the Dawn Mother. So just an interesting thing here. Well, it certainly looks powerful, but powerful enough that you'll have to ask the expert. All right, Xaela. What can you tell us? This thing is definitely brimming with power, that's for sure.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allagan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether.
Huh.
I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
Wow. That would be interesting. But... what?
What is it?
Uh-oh.
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area.
An odd phenomena? Okay.
An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma.
She mentioned that earlier, about the crystals. Something is going wrong.
Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
There's an aether problem in Doma that seemingly is going to play into a bigger part in regards to what's going to happen with the bigger narrative here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and keep in mind of this, because this is important. And I'm wondering whether or not if it has a point in Shadowbringers, or what's about to happen, or possibly with Endwalker, and how apparently the world is about to like freaking like go boom or something, right? That's the whole point of Endwalker, or at least, or like a little bit. Like the end times. like what's I don't know. It's not the first time we've had like a little story point which hasn't really played into for a while, so. And these guys are absolutely amazing writers, so I wouldn't put it past them to like put a seed now, you know. Such an abundance of source of aether should be undisturbed for millennia. It is a miracle made possible by the steep's long history of isolation. Yeah, makes sense. Well, looks like I was right about the pillars. Now all we need is permission to use them. Strange. Oh, okay, saying the same thing. You found out what you seek, then. Great. Great indeed is the Dust Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, then the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nam, but none are so fervent as in their fate as the Dorthrel, right? I was just saying that. Their consent shall be the key. We both were like, oh shit. Lee spoke, the Dorthrel. Lee spoke them, though a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, god damn it, guys, you're all in the way. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dorthrel will fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Dorthrel Ka and treat with their Koltan Sadu. Alright, let's go. Good luck, guys! You can do it! Aw. Serena's just adorable. While you move the Dorthrel, I shall send messages to the other tribes. If Sadal can be swayed, I'm certain more will follow. Okay. Thank you, Serena. Much appreciated. Alright, we have a ways to go, so I'm just gonna cut myself a little bit of a distance and teleport to Dawnthorn. Actually, nope. Even better. This is a little bit closer, actually. Ooh, that was a great big chicken. Right. One of the things. Oh God. Where's the desert from here? The desert doesn't show up on that map, which makes me wonder where it is exactly. Is this what leads into the burn? Real quick, let me just. There's a river that cuts through the middle, which probably is like what this river is here, right? So I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't know. Let's see how things go. Great faith gives rise to great strength. And for better or for worse, whatever it is that Dorthal holds sacred, we will do well to accord it with all respect. Despite her fondness for battle, Sando is an astute leader. If we plead our case in earnest, I'm certain she can be persuaded. Sadu, good to see you again. You again? Other matters demand our time, Kagan. Unless it is battle you seek. Alas, no. Quite the opposite, in fact. We seek an alliance. A proper one. We are technically the leaders, and we can kind of tell them what to do for the time being, but it's talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power. Of course they do. They are the source of Nam's strength. To the Dorthal, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then. You will join hands with us. I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nam's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the step to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely battle with you, Kagan. You want to fight me? The Nam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dorthal as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events. Though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Kutan has made her choice. I'm technically the leader, not you, Hien, so... Shall we dance? Ha! It should be a battle the steps shall not soon forget. Ha! Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the Ka. I'll gather my witnesses and join you anon. Okay, we're gonna have a fight. Leave it to me, it's fine. Just having some fun, right? Needless to say, I'm not gonna hold back, but... Try as I might, I fail to see the logic in this arrangement. I can't but conclude there is none. There is a lot to learn about the Xaela tribes, Y'shtola. The Dorthal are one of the most unique ones, that's for sure. When I was little, I would stride up to Gosetsu, wooden sword in hand, and challenge him. To his great credit, he never held back, and I had many a bump and bruise to show for it. Are you saying I'm Gosetsu in this case? I hope that's the case. I'll do this as Black Mage. Are we gonna have? Oh, it's just gonna be her witnesses, not necessarily the other tribes. Although I would imagine the other tribes would love to see this, though. She's a mage herself, so in terms of like her skill sets.
Yes, this spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Han.
Han, just Han. Okay. I was calling it Kagan.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
The Dorthal all about war.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dorthal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Yeah. You surely have much to learn. It's fine.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Agreed.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Mage to mage. Let's go. Da, da. Let us dance. Come on, Sadu, is that all you got? Oh, I did not want to do that. You're strong indeed, a worthy champion of the steppe. But you're swing if you think I will fall so easily. Oh? Not done yet, huh? Alright. Let's keep going.
In death do our souls sing!
Let's go here.
In death do our souls sing!
I'll take the hit. Oh god, that okay, I was like, I'll take the hit, it's fine. But you is pure bliss. Such pleasure, I will not suffer. Come on, girl, I got this. More? Okay. Oh god, running! Oh my god, come on, give me attack. And just do. Well, do not tell me that's all you have. My soul demands more, Kagan. Give me more. She is, That's not the spell I want to use, but okay.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Yeah, no. My arms grow heavy. My eyes dim. But so long as my lifeblood flows, we will fight on! Oh, whoops.
How it burns!
Oh, I gotta beat her, like... I gotta beat her quick before she, Alright, I guess I just need to go hard. Go ham, I guess. 30 seconds.
In
20
death
seconds.
do our souls sing!
Oh god, this is getting close. 10 seconds. Gotcha, bitch. She's trying to cast Meteor on me. Whew, that was close.
Yes! Yes! No Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so.
Careful, it might actually kill you. I'm smiling. Glad to see you're having...
We have only just begun.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Yeah.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Nice.
Be gone, moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
I'm the master here, by the way. You still just like, what am I bearing witness to?
Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside.
Lol.
Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Guys, we're not here to start a fight between us.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Oh my god, are we... We haven't seen him fight. He was the guy who was working with Pian specifically, right? If I remember correctly.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
She still wants to go, come on.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her.
Into, like Ality?
I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Defeat Magna. Wait, are we? Oh my god, I'm playing as Y'shtola! Oh god, choked myself. Kier 2 of the 7 Dawn. Wow, Aether Well. MP, I have Stone. Okay, let me just. Oh, I can't even move things around. All right, well, I have very, very basic white mage spells. Okay. Do as you will. Just make sure I help Pian while I'm working here.
Kneel or die!
Focus on Magni. Okay, that's fine then.
down before me!
Let me heal my boy Hien. Oh, there's... Okay, we need to, like... Oh, wait. That was bad. Oh!
Lord, die!
That was bad. That was bad. That was super bad. I didn't realize those were targets. Come on, heal. Okay. I could have, it was just like... Okay. I see my issue there, but it's fine. I got this.
Mark well and learn!
You have yourself open, Doman.
Concentrate!
Kneel or die!
I'll just give you some support. Don't worry.
Bow down before me!
Alright, let's not make that same mistake again.
Mark well and learn!
Alright, that's all I need to do. Yeah, he's down. Alright, so...
Or die! Bow down before me!
Let's not... Oh. No,
Tremble before the sun!
The scales of the father have taken on extremely hardness? Okay. Alright, just beat him up, I guess? Very well then, you stole it to me! I should take care of this.
Let us be about it!
Predictable. Ah! What? Every move you make, the sun sees all. Now fall. Time to finish this.
Ether! To me!
You stole a limit break. Basically.
Have at you!
Super holy. Boosh. What strength? What grace is this? Yeah, don't fuck with your Stola. Your Stola is a beast when it comes to the magical arts. I'm loving these like little bits that we actually get to play as other scions. This is amazing. First it's Alphinaud, and then now it's your Stola. And me, guess I won.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield.
Thank you, Sadhu. We really appreciate it. And that was fun,
What
too.
does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy.
Don't forget I'm the Khan still. Just saying. Nice.
It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
Sweet. Okay, I think this is the beginning of the alliance. Cool.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Oh god, Magni, keep it in your pants, please.
Y'shtola, why?
Don't. If he says it, I swear to God.
Are you?
No, he did.
Are you my Nama?
I knew it. This motherfucker. He cannot get laid for the life of him. This guy is so sad. Quiet. Everyone's just like, what? I have no idea what that.
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love.
Still, he's hitting on you.
Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain.
Dude.
Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
No.
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Oh! Yo! That is the worst thing you could have said. Yo, the disrespect. Little man.
Little?
The way he said that. Oh.
Little son! Little son!
Oh my god, his manhood just got questioned.
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Yo. And they're back to fighting.
We have wasted enough time here. Sirin awaits for word of us.
Yeah, leave them to it. It's fine. Don't kill you guys. Don't kill yourselves. We'll see you later, hopefully. Cool. Thanks again for stuff. And yeah, we'll just go. Oh, that was amazing. This guy will never, ever find a partner. Offended? Not in the least. I am no stranger to the clumsy propositions. And that, believe it or not, was far from the worst I've ever heard. Wow, okay. I mean, you are an attractive lady, so... Magni's unannounced appearance had me worried for a moment, but it was not his day to shine. Still, I cannot fault the man's bravery. Are you still saying, on the matter of the Nam's power in their alliance, the gods have remained silent. This is their way of telling us to choose with our own hearts. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magni too. Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand in triumphant. Having passed such a test, there can not well deny you their allegiance. The Mall makes no such demands. Weak though we are, we gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. You have our heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serenia. None of this would have been possible without you. Again with the weird-ass bow. Cool, very cool. With that, what next, guys? And so our alliance begins to take shape. Now if we can just gather the Aether flowing, it will have been a successful trip. Though the Mole have no love for war, we love our home fiercely. Should the steppe be threatened, we will rise up to protect it. As will full many other tribes, I believe. You surely would see the Aether flow once more. Okay. The fact that we can potentially get the burns to get teeming with life again, that's amazing. And it might not be like in our lifetimes, but over the course of a long time, yeah, definitely. We have the requisite consent. It's time to put Nama's power to use. If the Aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers to do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of Crooked Coin. Yeah, when I looked at this, I should have realized this was an Algan artifact. Like, it's just kind of interesting. I would not have the first idea of how to awaken such a contraption, let alone control it. But I'm not an Archon of Sharlayan. Cool. All right, I'm gonna take a short, quick break since it's already past 8 o'clock for me, so we've already been streaming for a little over 2 hours. Short break, I'll just stretch and get something to drink, and we'll be right back to see where the rest of this goes. We only have this quest and one more to be done with the patch, so we're making good headway. So be right back in just a moment. We are back. Realize. My controller's not working, of course. Thought I turned on the audio to be played. Oh, there wasn't any music playing. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, we're back. So, make sure I actually have the right screen. Alright, so Y'shtola, how are we to work this? You may wish to step back. Okay. I'll take your word for it. So it kind of sucks for the people of the Dorthel because of the way in some of their tribes beliefs to know that this thing is not like, you know, what they think it is. The fact it's an Allegan artifact, but you don't have to tell them that. Are you okay?
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Manipulating aether in such vast quantities is draining, to say the least. I should take it slowly for a while. Fair enough, Y'shtola. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you and Samir, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Okay. And yeah, hopefully they've been able to actually make use of those generators over there. That would be really cool. Imagining we were here for like a day or two. You know, definitely enough time for people to actually get their efforts and things in order, so... Hello everyone, we are back. My lord informs me you were instrumental to the success of his mission to the Azim Steppe. Though we hope to make many more allies, we could wish for no better than you and your fellow Scions. Each of the factions lent an ear to our petition. As anticipated, however, many were unwilling to do any more than that. Did anyone at all actually agree, though? Everyone has returned. Excellent. Time to take stock. Alright, Alize, what's up? Or you first, I suppose. Judging by your triumph expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim Steppe. Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tatar and I commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out to the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. which just leaves a small matter for our alliance. So Yugiri, Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approach are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talks of an alliance. From Hingashi and Suinosado, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, the former, so Hingashi. Right, okay, Hingashi has Kugane, and they have Garlean like emissaries and stuff in Kugane. So it makes sense that they can't like outright just say fuck y'all, because they would have to kick them out of the side of their own city, which would be bad. So the former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Suino Sato not wanting to fight makes sense. Just as we expected then. Well, there is not to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that we were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I will believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we cannot have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. To the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan quarter by now. Then let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Yeah. They're gonna be using the Aether current. As I mentioned, I have Mrs. to write and a few other matters to attend to ere I depart. See you soon, my friend. Are you perchance familiar with Nangxia? Okay, that's... I actually don't know. They were mentioning that earlier and I didn't really know. It is the region to the south and west of Yanja, and home to several smaller nations. Southwest. Interesting, okay. Such peoples well understood the value of an alliance, and thus did not many of them receive our proposal most favorably. Ah, that's what this would be over here. Ah, Yanja? Nanja. You can see the N and that's the Y. I don't know why I thought this was Yanja over here previously. Cool. Okay, so there's some smaller villages and other things like that that we don't really know per se, but yeah, cool. Very cool. It's a bay. Okay. Again, I'm still wondering about where this desert is. I imagine the desert just leads into the burn. The non-desert. Anyway, I don't need to keep looking at that. I've looked at that several times at this point. Okay, so let's head back to the Alamigan quarter and see what Thancred has to say about the console here. So he should be joining us shortly, Ian, that is. So the council will probably be starting somewhat relatively soon. And once he has his missives sent out, then yeah. Let's hope that the coming meeting passes more peacefully than the last such gathering in Alamigo. Yeah, that was not fun. It occurs to me, this will be the first time I meet the leaders of the Alliance in an official capacity. More stiff greetings, pleasantries, formalities. Does that sound about right? I mean, a little bit, but not really. They're not like that too much. Yashila has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Krile. Krile in particular was concerned about Alphinaud, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. Her tasks being her work on Eureka at the moment. So that leaves the four of us to attend the council. Arnvold is here to assist with security. Incidentally though, the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphinaud, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Alright, the Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chambers? Upon the meeting, proceeding to row palace, several cutscenes will play in a sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. We have another long cutscene here, folks. Strap in, grab some popcorn. Here we go. I imagine this should be all but good stuff here, but it would be bad if something bad happens here. Hey!
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
Commander Alden, no longer your commander?
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together.
Emmerich, love you, dude.
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
Don't remind me.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphinaud. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphinaud, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
No, I managed to form an Othard Alliance. More or less. Similar fashion to the Eorzean Alliance.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
Oh. Nah, don't do that. Wrong button.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
What do you have in mind?
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
No one has answers.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic. Subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
It's not a rumor, it's the truth.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
I'm seeing the beginnings of Endwalker here too, because we know. Again, I've seen some things already for, like, you know, in terms of like the story stuff that is showed off for Endwalker. Garlemald is collapsed, and apparently there's some things towards the, like, between Shadowbringers and like an Endwalker that we see a bit of that collapse happening in real time, supposedly. Could this be part of it? Like, the people we spread this rumor and this causes the collapse in a way? I wonder. Just a thought.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
I see.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
I see.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
I see, Thancred.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity.
The fact about testing her,
plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations.
testing the unity factor, yeah.
Well, then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace.
So it's his plot that scuttled the Doma negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may be a chance for peace.
Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
I like it. I like the plan. Oh, what the fuck? What is happening?
Sorrow.
What? Whoa. What is going on? Is this the Echo? But this is so different.
History must be changed.
Wait, is that the Warrior of Darkness?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life.
Okay.
Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
Oh shit, it's all...
There's a voice.
It's not just me, it's all the Scions too.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
What is going on? Why only the Scions? That's so weird.
Is it over?
Thancred!
Master Thancred!
"12 for Fend." Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
Ooh, he is not in good shape.
Swiftly!
Did his brain just fry? What the fuck? What happened to Thancred?
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
Well, there goes our plans. Fuck.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Right. Okay, so just going back real quick. We're seeing the beginnings of Shadowbringers here. Twin Dooms, a flood of light. That's exactly what happened to the first, where the Warriors of Darkness came from, right? When we met them back in Heavensward, or we met them at the end. We met them at the end of Realm Reborn, and they left towards the end of Heavensward. The world they came from is flooded with light. So we're seeing what that's coming up again, right? But it said Twin Doom. Like, I'm a little bit confused about that. Is there more to it than just the lights this time? Something maybe coming up in our side of things, which is specifically like the stuff that's gonna happen in Endwalker? I don't know.
Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Your soul?
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
What? Usually saying that means he's
Thancred
dead.
alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian La Hebrea.
Right, okay.
The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Who called us?
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
His soul is
As if you
gone?
had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend.
Yeah, come on, Y'shtola.
Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys.
Oh man, that was freaky.
As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
This doesn't seem Ascian though. But I may be wrong though.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
And I couldn't tell from the voice who it belonged to. It sounded like a new voice. Okay, here we go. Don't worry about Thancred. I'll send word as soon as there's any change. The quest aptly named The Call. If the Ascians are indeed responsible, we must take steps to protect ourselves, though I know not how. Never have encountered such a phenomenon. If this is magic, it is beyond my ken. I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond. But I dare to hope that he possessed some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger. Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. Something tells me he expected it too. He heard the voice too. Yep, that was Urianger. In Thanalon? As we alone were afflicted in the meeting, I had my suspicions. But if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt. The signs were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, and to which we must find an answer to with all possible haste. And we learned the Endure emote. The pain, it hurts. Okay. Not the best emote looking, but whatever. I'll hear about Urianger's experience, yeah. I wonder if Krile experienced it too, then. Alright, Prelude and Violet. This is the last quest in the patch here, so... Let us go to the Rising Stones, then? Yep. Agree to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to meeting with the Elder Seedseer. But if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know. Goddamn. All right, promise me. All right, let's be on our way. Yeah, so they're gonna go back in here. Or talk more about what to do, I guess. Urianger! Give the man a hug.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
Yeah.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Yeah.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
Again, it doesn't seem like an Ascian thing. This is not... Yeah.
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known.
Yeah.
Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
Why don't you meet us in Alamigo then, you idiot? Oh.
To Alamigo then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Urianger is...
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin.
Okay, this is worrisome. This is happening at all the beast tribes?
Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
Yeah, what's going on?
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
This is not good.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to... The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Him specifically? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god, this is so... Oh, you stole it again.
I hear it too.
God!
Only you. Only you.
Who is this?
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
Throw wide the gates.
No. No, this can't be happening!
Oh shit, the two of them?
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Okay, thank you, Rio. You fucking showed up now, like, what the... Okay, at least everyone came over like, whoa, what's going on? This is unprecedented predicament for the Scions, but we must remain strong. The least of us of all. It cannot be discounted that Mistress Krile has heard the voice as well. I'll ask Othard to send word send her word to what has come to pass. I wonder if I could go over there and talk to her and see if she says anything, but more than likely she'll just be kind of focused on... okay, they all moved though. I was hoping I'll get the dome and stuff out of the way first, but I guess this takes precedence now. Confound these old bones, used as I am. I should have been the one to be struck down? I'll take turns to watch over the slumbering Archons. We will not leave them unattended even for a moment. Jeez, okay, we're losing our members like fast here. This is not good. Clonet. I have some few scholarly acquaintances of mine, and we'll reach out to them for their insights. It may not be much, but 'tis my own little way of aiding Mistress Alize. Shit. Didn't the same thing happen to Thancred? Who's bloody next? That's what I'm afraid of here. We had spoken earnestly of doing more to ease the senior scion's burdens, but not under these circumstances, nor less so soon. I only hope I'll be able to be equal to the challenge. Mostly just hold down the fort, guys. I don't know what else to say. Real quick, just make sure no one else is about. It's going to be Krile, something like that here. Yeah, no one else is in here. Never mind. Okay, well, forgive me, that was an unseemly display. Happened before your very eyes, milady. None here would have behaved any differently. We borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Migo? I'm afraid so. Though given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folks of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades and how it may be cured. Thus we will rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Hori, you are, in command of the Scions for the time being. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsel Minsa. He's been waiting at the Maelstrom command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. I don't want to leave Alize alone for the time being anyway. She's the last thing I want is for her to collapse on us here. Worrying on Samir. Orcher and Anor are keeping a watch over Mistress Ystrel and Master Urianger. Urianger, pray keep her company. Yep. Yeah, I think when we're done for today, I'll stop by Eureka just to see if she has anything to say. Because she doesn't pop up anywhere else besides, Eureka at this point, so... Just checking to make sure there's nothing new here. Okay. Maelstrom command. Let's go to Limsel Minsa. Drink some water. No wonder it took so long to fucking load. Oh my god. Limsa's always so fucking busy with people. Limsa's just like It seems to be the most popular place on the server for whatever reason. Compared to other places, at least. Compared to, like, other, But I imagine, like, the newer areas are a little bit more busy. Who knows, but... Okay, we don't necessarily know who you are, but okay. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private hero will bring us out to him. Even since ever since the Maelstrom... Oh, Gabu, right. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Gabu's the little kobold that we rescued. And we think he might be affected by the...
Here he is, my lady.
Because we think that Titan may have got into him. We haven't really seen otherwise just yet. He just hasn't really been... He hasn't really said or anything to the contrary at the moment.
Gabu, it's been too long.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything yet.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting.
Yeah. He's fighting the
I'm proud of you.
He's fighting the influence that Titan has put on him. Because we went and, like, took him with us into Titan's, like, place, and they summoned Titan again, the kobolds, and we fought him back, but not without, like, him influencing all the kobolds nearby, including him. So we're hoping because we were hoping that he's not tempered. That's the term they're using. So we'll have to see if he recovers, hopefully.
We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphinaud and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens?
Yeah. There's a scene that we're there with them and it's just night and it's after he's... Yeah, and at the same time, the little one lost his parents to Titan. Titan killed them at the same time, so it's kind of like this little one had it rough.
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
Mm-hmm.
Not like now.
I'm here too.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
Oof. Yeah. You don't have to bear this burden alone. I'm part of this too, you know.
No, I don't. You're right. It's It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
There's the LSA I know. Oh, he responded. Somewhat. Well, glad to see Gobu's doing good. Alright, so what's next, Alize? Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thank you again for agreeing to come. It means a lot to me. Anytime, Alize. I'm always glad to see that the little guy's doing good too, so. Maintenance will be performed in all worlds at 8 p.m., which is 11 o'clock my time, so we got 2 hours. It's fine. That is not where we want to go. Oh. Okay, well they're over there now, but yeah, we'll stop by Eureka here shortly. Riel's left on a rendezvous with the Alliance forces. He seems to be to serve in Thancred's stead in the he means to serve in Thancred's stead in the infiltration missions, right? He's also has a little bit of roguish tendencies, so as okay, you already said that. We Scions who can still perform our duties must take up to the burden of our comrades who cannot. We will continue our watch over the beast tribes and do whatever else we may be required of us. So this is kind of the thing I was talking about before. It's like we have members who are Scions, you know, including these two right here. Riel is they're not the senior Scion members as the main cast that we know. But like I remember them specifically saying Hori is a new Scion member, but I guess it's just like he's, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say rank and file member. That's not kind of what we want to go with, but he's a member who's been a while here for a long time for sure. But it's just a matter of, you know, where he falls in the line of command, I guess. So just something to think about. I want these guys to have more active role within the group, especially since they've been introduced to us and they, you know, they were important in the beginning when they were introduced, but we don't get to see them as often is the point. So I did something on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I'll begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for the good, some not so much. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphinaud to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. And you have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most. So I won't keep you. Just promise me you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Okay, and that concludes the Prelude in Violet. Now, in the meanwhile? Yes, meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. What is going on in other places in the world? In the throne room of all places. There's the Emperor. And, Xenos. Or...
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Oh man, okay, what do they do to them?
A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart.
He sounds different. His voice doesn't sound like that. I wonder if he can tell. He can tell.
Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire.
Okay, yeah, he's admitting it then.
My deeds stand testament to my commitment.
Okay. Given the white robe, definitely a little bit.
And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate?
Please, I can crush you again anytime.
Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory
so
is
he knows.
certain
He
now,
knows that.
It will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
Yo. He knows then that's not his son. He knows it's an Ash.
I should be the one to sigh.
What? Who's this?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back.
La Habrea? What does he have to do with this? I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest. And then, thanks to La Habrea's idiocy... Who?
Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Okay, confirm that that's Elidibus, but... Who are you?
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
Who the fuck are you?
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
Grandson? Okay, the late emperor who died was his father. What? So this is like his what? That twitch just now.
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter.
Yo.
Naught else is your concern.
The Garleans are under the boots of the... This guy's an Ascian too, I guess? Or someone else wearing an Ascian's... Or another Ascian wearing his mask? Like a mask? They're just following what the Ascians are telling them to do? Holy shit. Okay. There's more to this than we think.
Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal.
The balance between light and dark. Again, that's a Shadowbringer thing.
That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read.
Solus Vos Galvos. Okay. Yeah. So this is his grandfather's body, but a scion in his... Or actually him, like...
I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Holy shit, really? His grandfather was the person who made the Empire, that's number one. But two, it was an Ascian?
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Allag.
Holy shit, okay. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up, dude. Are those like his elite royal guard?
Fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Watch him just jump back up.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Is it now? I doubt that very much so. Oh man, okay. This is very... Whew. Meanwhile, the resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. At a resistance encampment. Okay. Wait, where are they? They said somewhere in the Empire. Which means... Well, somewhere in the middle, that middle continent, but... Definitely past the burn. What in the world? Oh, you lost all your people. Dead. All dead. Yeah, I see no wounds. Nor any evidence of a battle. Okay, something is seriously fucked. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Gaia-Urbania. A gas. Black Rose, it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this. I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed. But naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Okay, so we've heard about Black Rose. It's part of that questline. I did part of it on stream where I was helping that one girl find like about the prisoners that were captured in Gaia-Urbania. I did the rest off camera, but a part of it was talking about how the scientists were developing Black Rose as well. So yeah. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Ascians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail leads us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. What are we in the sci-fi now? Such a crime does not indeed bear the mark of the bringers. Does indeed bring the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ascians and put an end to their plot. Let's get out of here before we catch it ourselves. I would hate to be in an area like that if there's anything lingering. Okay. With that, that is the end of patch 4.4. On Friday, we'll tackle patch 4.5 and 4.56, which will be a Requiem of Heroes, part 1 and part 2. Ooh. What is this thing with the call? What has happened to our fellow Scion members? Things are not looking good. So yeah, next time will be, or well, not next time, but at least on Friday, if I don't do it earlier, we'll see what's gonna lead us to going to Shadowbringers. I know we're going to the first. I know that much. But what leads us going there is the question. So I'm looking forward to finding that out. Okay, so real quick, like we said, I wanna. So Hingashi belongs. Yeah. Anyway, let's just go take a look into Eureka real quick. I'm just curious to see if. Oh, geez, hiccups. If Krile will have say anything here, but I kind of doubt it, to be honest. We know this is the only place she thinks she's doing in Stormblood here, so. But as you can see, I'm level 11, so I've been coming here a little bit over the weekend. I haven't gone here since, but yeah, just it's a lot of going around, killing monsters, constantly killing monsters, getting experience to level up. And okay, so I guess I can do a little bit of a recap, just to kind of get you know what I've done, right? So you saw the beginning, right, where they explain how it works, and what she wanted us to do was to find something, what was causing a blockage in the Aethernet network, right? So it's like she gives you quests at certain levels. So the first quest she gave us was to find the thing, and the whole whatever the blockage is, and that was like a level 3. No, okay, actually that was so before that even, right? It was like, what happened first? I forget. Right, because we went back and fought a little bit, and okay, I don't know. But anyway, that was the first thing she really asked us to do. So we had to come and find, we had to go over here, find out what the blockage was. We found it was a magicite. We can use the magicite to make the Magia board a little bit better. So the Magia board has 3 bits of magicite in it. So that was my second one, because you start off with 1. And then at level 5, she tells you to go find the next one, which is, there's another blockage somewhere. So we find that, and it's like over here somewhere. So basically her whole thing is like, she gives you like these little mini quests to kind of do, and you can only do them once you reach a certain level. I had leveled up to like level 8 or 9 before I decided to go jump into the quests proper. And so that's when I did this one first, and then immediately this one. This one's like, you have to be level 5. And now the third quest is, oh, you have to be level 13 to do it here. That's why it's red for me here. So they're still looking to find out like what's the next blockage is. So she'll tell me what that is at level 13. And as you can see, she doesn't have anything to say about the other issue, so we're not worrying about that. But otherwise, yeah. So the areas are kind of split up in terms of what level monsters there are, so you just kind of keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting. That's all you do, just kill monsters, and you get experience points to level up so you can go to new areas, because the monsters are hard to kill. Anything higher than like 1 level is difficult. 2 is like pushing it, especially with the magicite thing I have now with 2 things. So I have 3. It's a little bit easier to do that now, but 2 levels above you and they are kicking your ass. Maybe if I was playing as a tank class, it'd be a little bit easier, but I don't know. But yeah, so the whole overall story is something I'm very interested to learn more about. But the other purpose is to get the relic weapons for this expansion. And so when you beat the level, so I have Antiquated Vanguard, that's the glamour I have on this. Every level 70 quest gives you an antiquated weapon and antiquated gear. Those are your relic weapons and gear for this expansion, and those are the base forms. So then you come here and you get you get like protean crystals from kills, and then you get animals crystals, yeah, from like other things as well. Like there's like fates, but they're called notorious monsters. They drop those kind of things. So, and you can give them to our boy Gerald here, who's done all our relic building stuff from A Realm Reborn onwards. And yeah, so you give it to him, and then he'll upgrade it to a higher item level thing, and then, you know, +1, and then you can do +2, and then from there there's so many more steps to this. It takes a long time. Similarly to what I was doing with the Cortana thing here, so it's a grind. It's a really long grind, and if you were considered you want to do if you ever pick up Final Fantasy, just know that it's a time investment for sure. So anyway, so that's all I've done here. It's just something on my own that I'm going to be doing mostly for the story, but I'll gather any materials I can and do I don't even know, any items I get will only be specifically for glamour at this point. So I don't even know if I want to, because again, I'm about to go into Shadowbringers. The weapons are going to be obsolete at this point, so none of the weapons, well actually the weapons I currently have can glow in the glamour box, so no problem. You know, as like even this cannot go in the glamour box, which is kind of interesting, right? So that's why I want the replica one, but the one I have now can, so I'm just gonna leave them in there. If I have to go and look through all the weapons and kind of make a determination at some point, like, yep, this is a weapon I definitely want to be as part of my glamour, but that's something very easily can be left for endgame. Let me get to the end of Shadowbringers. I have time to kill. Let me just focus on doing glamour and other things that I want to do, so things like that. So okay, on that note, we are done, so let me get out of here. I won't be doing that right now, so yeah, see that you don't see it, but people are posting coordinates of notorious monsters as they show up. So yeah, so one of the things you want to do is definitely go fight notorious monsters, and you get a lot of experience points, and helps the leveling up experience a lot faster for sure. Okay, with that, we're done for today. Like I mentioned, we will do the last bits of Stormblood on Friday, if not sooner. And on a Wednesday, we will do I'm gonna start early, probably like 5. And we're gonna try and get everything, all the side quest content that we want to get done. First Hildebrand, get that done. Then all the Doman stuff, so we can get to the Doman reconstruction, because I want to show that off. And then finally, we'll get to the 4 Lords, and we'll just try and get through all of that over the course of the stream on Wednesday. Because we should only have like 2 more trials to do, potentially. And then a last one for Koryu, if that's a thing. I'm just speculating. I don't know, I didn't look it up, so we'll see how that plays out. If we running out short of time, I can always fit in a little bit on Friday for the final bit before we jump into the main story, because I can always go a little bit long. I'm on vacation this week, so I can go long on the streams if I feel like it, so no big deal. Okay, thanks very much for watching. This has been Sim of the Night. I will catch you all next time. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. See ya.